You're listening to the smooth sounds of W. Jim and Justin. At 10 and 8 Monday through Friday is the time I turn my radio to 101.5. Like a treat for my ears and mind, since 2012 made me laugh and made me cry. Kate the Duchess puts a smile on our face. She rules over style, sassiness, and grace. Sir William, you're an awesome dude. I kinda wanna build a statue of you. And what I'm really needing now in this local Huntley town is the only show around about people helping people. And now it's time to kick it off. Jim and Justin say to all, ladies and gents, we present It's Two Gingers. Make it live tonight till the comedy and community collide. Enjoy the laughter, enjoy the ride. It's Two Gingers.
Good day. My name is Sir William, and I am here with the Duchess.
Hello, Sir William, and welcome to Two Gingers.
How are you today?
I'm doing super swell. Thanks for asking.
What about... There's so many things going on since we were last in studio. What about this woman who's portraying herself as you on the air?
I know. What's that?
What's up with that?
What is that?
Shout out to Donnie D for finding another The Duchess.
I know, over at the Trop Rock.
Yeah, we're going to have to...
I really didn't like that.
No, we're going to have to...
I was like, pardonnez-moi.
Yeah, this is not...
You cannot take my name.
No.
Okay.
Okay. What else is going on?
Shout out to all of my new followers on @DuchessFit. Thank you.
Woo.
Holla! And if you have been following us on Instagram, you might have noticed that we also changed the name on Instagram from Two Dudes, One Duchess to Two Gingers.
With a Z.
And I really hope you're enjoying all of the anti-affirmations because they're killing me.
They're killing me.
They crack me up every day.
That's so good.
Every day.
Excellent.
Except I really wish over the weekend that they had both Saturday and Sunday, instead of grouping them together. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers.
It's all right. We can enjoy it more on the weekend.
Thoroughly enjoying watching the Olympics, especially with one little mama.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's go ahead
Olympics.
and discuss it because it's so fun, right?
What is your favorite part?
Oh, like my favorite sport?
Or just of the whole thing?
Well, I really enjoy usually watching the opening ceremonies.
Okay.
However,
It's a little weird this year.
Weird.
It was weird.
It was a little bit weird.
Why?
Partly because when they kept scanning the audience, there was nobody in the seats.
Yeah.
That was weird to me.
Yep.
And also, I don't know, because you're in the winter games, so there's less athletes.
Yeah. It just was weird.
It was weird. There was just a weird vibe to it. It wasn't as outrageous or over the top that it's been in years past. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but it's something usually that I'm really looking forward to. However, I was watching our live. I know it might not have been live. The Shaun White.
Oh, yeah, the pipe.
Yeah, I was watching that.
The speak pipe guy.
Yeah, and Lil
that
Mama.
That should be his sponsor.
It should
speak
be.
Pipe.
Lil Mama was just blown away. Yeah. But, oh my goodness, when that one guy crashed, I thought it was going to be horrific. And then he got up and he was pretty okay. But the other one was not. So anyway, long story short, there's a lot of different things. I do. I thoroughly enjoy watching the figure skating. I really like watching the speed skating. That's Big's favorite.
Yeah. I love the stories on the athletes that they do.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to give props out to... NBC? Is it NBC this year? Yeah. I got to give props out to NBC because, these people, these, kids that are turning into adults spend the majority of their life preparing for what can be a moment. It's like a singular, very fast moment, whether it's a 5-minute skating performance or a 2-minute down the hill snow skiing thing or whatever. And it's just cool that they spend the time telling the story and
absolutely
all the effort that the parents go through and all that kind of thing. And it's got to be just amazing for the rest of your life.
Well, of course.
All these athletes are average age, 20 something.
I know.
If that.
Wild to me how young they all are.
Yeah.
But now you're making me look bad. Like I'm not a people person or something.
Why is that?
That I didn't say, it's about the people. I enjoy watching the sport.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching the sport.
Yeah, no, that is definitely fun. And, it's the thing that's kind of thrown it off for a lot of people is this whole professional athletes versus amateur athletes thing.
Yeah.
Which, like in hockey this year, they went back to the amateurs, which I like better.
Right.
I mean,
I do too.
For those who get bummed out that we're not just dominating everybody in hockey.
Right.
Well, it is what it is,
Yeah.
That was like the greatest sporting event of all time still comes in at number one is the gold medal that the Olympic team got in 1980, the hockey team.
Uh-huh.
And that was they were all amateur athletes, all college kids.
Yeah, I think it's I think that the first time American Idol came out, and one of the requirements was that you needed to be an amateur. You couldn't be an established performer already, like an established artist. Let's say you could have gone to school for it. You could be doing it as a hobby, but you couldn't have albums out and whatnot, and that's why The Voice ultimately got started, because then you can have a little bit more stock.
Right.
But I completely agree. I look at this, the Olympic that they were looking after the Olympics. The Olympics are who finds the best of the best of the best of the best.
Right.
You're aiming to work towards, so that you can stand up there and say, I'm the best in the world at this.
But everybody has different sort of standards on what amateur versus professional is. Like
Correct.
When the USA beat Russia in 1980 with our amateurs, the Russia team they were together for 20 years. They all got paid,
Right.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
The one thing that I think screwed it up was after that, it was in the 90s, it was the summer games, was USA started getting their butts kicked in basketball, which is basketball is an American sport. It started here and is most popular here and all this and that. We started losing several times in the Olympics, and at one point they're like, wait a minute, this isn't right. And they put together that dream team that had Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, all the greatest players, and they went out and beat everybody by 50, 60 points. I was cool with them doing that once. Let's do that one time just to let everyone know.
Right.
We're holding back.
Right.
We got the players, but
then why don't we start something else?
I know.
Why don't we do an All-Stars?
Right. Yeah.
Something.
I know. It just
right?
It just threw it all off. But anyway, we got a bunch of athletes here.
So we're going to highlight some athletes today?
Yeah, that have some good stories.
Is that my understanding?
A lot of them from the U.S. and a lot of them from, around the world.
Yeah.
Just with good stories.
Chloe Kim in snowboarding from the U.S. of A. Talk about the great expectations. 4 years ago, Olympic athlete Chloe Kim qualified for the Team USA in Sochi, but she was still 2 years shy of 15.
What?
The minimum age to compete in the Winter Olympics. So looking back on it, I'm really glad I couldn't go, Kim has said. I don't know how many 13-year-old self would have dealt with it. I mean, come on, I agree. 13 years old.
Right.
That's a little bit too young. Now, this year, Kim is widely seen as the gold medal favorite in the halfpipe event, and she achieved that.
Mm-hmm.
Her top competition, likely her fellow Americans Kelly Clark, who won Olympic halfpipe gold at 16 years old, and Ariel Gold, and Maddie Mastro. It's so fantastic. And I just think it's so interesting. Southern California native.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Doing this,
her friends are out learning how to surf.
Right. Yeah.
She's like,
hanging out at the beach.
I'm going to go snowboarding.
Yeah. That's so cool.
I know.
That's
It's
so
fascinating
great.
to me.
Yeah. That's what's great about the Olympics. How about Nathan Chen, figure skater from the United States of America?
Yeah, poor Nathan.
He's the 2-time U.S. national figure skating champion.
Isn't he the one that just jacked it up
Yeah,
last week?
known as the Quad King for being the first skater in the world to land 5 quadruple jumps in a single performance.
Yeah.
Even most elite figure skaters perfect just 1 or 2 of the 4 rotation jumps, but the 18-year-old's ability to whip off 5 different quads makes him a favorite to win.
Yeah,
And he didn't.
unfortunately, yeah. But, you know, they even ESPN has said there's no pressure in sports quite like what happened to him. The combination of time, which is the years that built up to this, the attention from all around the world, and the meaning representing our country will forever combine to lay heavy across his neck.
Now, he's 18. Does that mean he's maybe got another one in him 4 years from now?
I mean, maybe.
And I don't know, too, I guess it's different with different athletes. Are you more driven to come back when you have a disappointing effort, like when you're supposed to win and you don't?
Well, here's the thing. He has been skating since he was 3 years old.
Right.
And he has been anticipating this since his debut at 10. So he's been gearing for this for 8 solid years.
He's kind of actually at a bad age because we said the minimum age was 15.
Yeah.
And so he was, what did I just say he was? He's
18.
He's 18.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first one he was eligible for.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably be in one more. A lot of times they're in, they span over 8 years. Or, 4 years from each Olympics.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Well, the issue is that there was so much pressure on him to take it this year.
Right.
That I don't think anybody thought he wouldn't. So for him to now have to think about, like, will I ever do this again? I think is something
it's too much
that it's too much for him to even think about right now.
Yeah.
It does say that his Olympics will be far less than he ever imagined. And so when the games end and the disappointment fades and the perspective arrives, he will be forced to embrace a new challenge. And he'll be forced to chase another kind of story, a kind of story that Americans might actually love more than a coronation, a comeback. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think his coaches and the people surrounding him are already trying to get him to think for the comeback.
Right.
Because he's right. I mean, this author is totally right. We love to see the underdog come back,
right.
Especially someone like this that we had such high hopes for. But could you imagine? I mean, I've seen you in many different scenarios when we go out and we're in front of different size crowds, and your level of anxiety differs depending.
It heightens.
Primarily on how many people are there is usually your thing, right? For Sir William, it's usually the number of heads that are out there.
What are you saying? Like I get stressed at the festival?
I'm not going to say
turkeys?
stressed. I'm not going to say stressed. I'm going to say your anxiety level differs, right?
Okay.
I cannot imagine
the whole world watching you.
Not only, okay, so that's just one level of it.
Right.
Then to be the person that they think is going to sweep it.
Yeah.
And is going to be the gold medalist walking into that arena. I don't know how you do that and not mess up.
Right. That's way too much pressure to put on.
It is so much pressure, but you know that it's already there. That's why people like Michael Phelps and Shaun White and even Chloe Kim, people like this are just a different breed, and I give them so much respect and kudos, because if every artist or anybody trying to achieve anything great in their lives, such as these kind of accolades, could have that cool, calm charisma about them, I think that's one of the things that makes you a champion.
Right.
That you can keep all of that at bay. You know, I keep talking about the Shaun White. Here's the other interesting thing. Do you know if he listens to music in his inside his stocking or inside of his helmet?
I would think he would.
So one of the other guys that was up against him, and I forgive me, I don't have the name handy. I saw him like bouncing, right? Like bebopping. And I said to Big, I wonder what song he's listening to. And Big's like, he's not listening to a song. He's just trying to amp himself up. And I'm like, you really think that he was just talking to himself? And he's like, yeah. Don't you know? He finishes his run, takes off his helmet, and there are the buds. He was totally listening to music. Right. I'm like, well, you listen to music when you're running. You listen to music when you're lifting weights. Like, why wouldn't you listen to music? I mean, it is a dance, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, you have to be timed properly, and
that's what amps them up too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am just like, oh my gosh, I want to have all of these athletes lists. Like, I want to have their playlists.
Yeah.
I would love if somebody could jump on that.
Yeah.
Maybe Brent or one of the minions.
Our Olympian Brent.
Right? Because we only get to hear the figure skaters. That's all we get to hear, you know, in the gymnastics during the summer. But I would really like to know. Or like you can see Phelps walking up in the summer. Like he's got his big beats on, and he is like, what is he listening to?
And how about the difference in the ice skaters, the figure skaters? You've got like these Russian ballets.
Yes.
And then you've got the Americans out there and they're playing Coldplay. I was like, this is awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
I know, so cool. Michaela Schifrin, the alpine skating from USA, Olympic athlete Michaela, started skiing when she was around 2. By middle school, she was reading sports psychology books and studying video of her slalom technique. In high school, she skipped most parties in favor of sleep, knowing rest was critical to her performance on the slopes. November 22nd, Schifrin's single-minded pursuit of skiing greatness has paid off. In 2014, she became the youngest Olympic slalom gold medalist ever in history.
Wow.
She won the World Cup all-around title a year ago and leads the standings this season. Schifrin had added speed events, the downhill and Super G, to her program. Her chase for 5 Olympic medals, a haul that would set a new record for skiing, will be one of the biggest stories of this Olympics.
That is so cool. So cool.
Yeah.
The next girl is a local girl, Brady Tennell. She's from right here, the great state of Illinois.
Yes.
20-year-old. She had back injuries, which I can't even imagine as a skater, and was cleared and hit the ice again in 2016 to get ready for this. This season, Tennell earned a bronze at her first major international competition and won gold at the U.S. National Championships and skated away with a surprise spot on the Olympic team. Now, she is a dark horse to win a medal this year, and she's on a team that actually, I think, finished 3rd in their preliminary race.
Okay.
I'm not sure that was the final one or not, but the one I watched, they were in 3rd.
Well, I don't know if you are aware of a little website called Radar Online.
No. Has they got all the results?
No. Sometimes there's a little what some people like to refer to as fake news.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes they're spot on. But did you see this exclusive on Radar Online that said Olympic figure skater Brady Tennell's mom sued for over $6,000 amid financial issues?
No.
A GoFundMe page was set up so the cash-strapped family could fly to the Olympics.
Oh, my gosh.
U.S. figure skater Brady won the bronze medal alongside her team in the Olympics, but back home in Illinois, her family's deep debt is growing, and Radar Online can exclusively reveal that her mom, Jean, has been sued for failing to pay off her credit card bill. In court papers obtained by McHenry County Circuit Court, Discover Bank sued Jean for $6,044.99.
Oh, boy.
Isn't this just awful? It's like,
heartbreaking.
come on.
Right.
Her daughter's over there. Like, maybe she needed to buy tickets.
Right.
She needed to buy tickets. So this is the interesting part, okay? Her GoFundMe page, which you're all familiar with, right? It's a page where people can raise money for you, a crowdfunding, if you will. They raised $12,788.
That's good.
Their goal was 20, and then United Airlines offered to fly her and her family to the Olympics.
Oh, that was nice.
I mean, it's the least they can do.
Right.
Why do our Olympians need to pay to get there?
I don't know.
No, that's stupid.
It is stupid.
Either United, Southwest, like whoever flies there needs to just say, like, okay, we will get you there.
Right.
If you've worked this hard
I know.
since you were 2 years old,
I know.
we'll get you there.
It's like in college sports, some of the rules they have on those kids, even going like $1 outside their meal money.
Right.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, we only have time for a couple more, and
Okay.
I have one
Who's
that
your
I
favorite?
definitely want.
Which one?
One of my favorites is Lindsey Vonn.
How did I know you were going to pick Lindsay?
Because she's my favorite. She is an alpine skier from the great United States of America. She's the all-time women's leader in World Cup wins. She is 79.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsey Vonn, 33, is making her first Olympic appearance since Vancouver in 2010, when she won the downhill gold and the Super G bronze.
Mm-hmm.
She has fought through heartbreaking injuries since the 2010 Olympics, including knee damage that caused her to miss the Sochi Olympics entirely.
Mm-hmm.
She fractured her right arm in a training crash a season ago, and she even tweaked her back earlier this season. After becoming the oldest winner of a World Cup downhill race in January, expectations are soaring for the veteran American downhill star. And again, for those of you who might be new to the program, you will know that Lindsey Vonn and I both started on the same bunny hill in St. Paul, Minnesota. Yes, we did. That is my connection to the Olympics.
Well,
ladies and
thank
gentlemen.
goodness she turned out okay after after being with you on the same hill.
Oh, we weren't there together.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
All right, good. I was like, did you hurt her? Is that the first time?
I am a touch older than 33.
Oh, okay.
Just a touch. All right. All right, who do you have? Who do you want to talk about?
You know what? Where is he? Where's my guy?
Shaun White.
My guy.
He's on there.
Talking about my guy.
How about the
my guy.
Shibatani brother and sisters?
Okay, go ahead.
Do you remember? Did you see them from America here?
Mm-mm.
This brother and sister, they started at the age of like 4 and 6 skating together, and apparently they're from Connecticut, and then they moved to Colorado Springs because that's where these skaters go to work out and make it big. And everybody just talks about them like they just totally get along. Like they're so not like any brother and sister ever. They get along. Like they love being with each other. They love practicing and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm loving watching Tara Lipinski and Johnny wear because I'm like, what is Johnny going to wear tonight?
Okay.
They are killing me.
Tara Lipinski.
Have you been watching them?
No.
So, I'm serious. They look like they are from the Hunger Games. Like, his outfits are absolutely epic.
That's sweet.
Epic. I started following him on all social media because I need to know what I'm supposed to wear. Johnny, where I j'adore you. You are my favorite.
This whole Olympic thing, though, is driving me to want to see the movie I, Tonya.
Oh my gosh, yes. Can I just tell you, I was so disappointed because here in Lake in the Hills, it didn't play for very long and it was gone. And I was really disappointed because that is one of the ones that I really wanted to see. However, as soon as it is released on the Netflix or wherever, you and I
will be seeing it.
Huge.
No doubt about it.
Huge.
All right. Anyone else you want to mention before we hit the road?
You know what? Hit the road, Jack. We got to go. I mean, there's so many. I don't, again, don't make me look bad.
Hey, do you have a favorite out there in social media land?
Please follow us on social media. Our website is twogingerswithaz.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/twogingers. On Twitter at the Duchess 101.5 and Sir William 101.5. On Instagram at instagram.com/twogingers. And at Pinterest at pinterest.com/theduchess1015.
That's all the time we have.
We are out, but we will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Stay classy.
We're not going to see him.
Two
We're going to
Gingers
talk
is
to him,
written,
Sir William.
hosted, and produced by Sir William Garrett.
Why do you always
and
do
Duchess
that?
Kate
Oh, I'll see him.
Post-production is done by Jim Carollo. Michael Guerin is executive producer emeritus. Two Gingers is broadcast in the Al Litwin studio at Dikey Park in Huntley, Illinois. The show broadcasts Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. on 101.5 Huntley Community Radio, WHRU-LP. HCR's executive producer is Alan Pollack. Thank you for tuning in.